In today's video, we're going to be going over the best sniping filters right now for FIFA 22 on launch day. The full game is now out and there is a ton of people looking to make coins. This list should help you guys make some easy coins by just doing some simple sniping. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, as I said, the full game is now officially out, which means the market is going to be loaded up with players all day long. It's going to be good fun. So I'm going to be going over a few sniping filters that I really do like, and I think you guys will also enjoy them as well. We're going to go over some players and then even just like a little wide range filter. So my first player, and I'm really a big fan of a lot of the defenders right now. First one's going to be Reece James. I'm a huge fan of him because he goes for like 1 point something K, or he was anyways. Now going up to what, 2K now? So I'm a fan of Reece James at 1.5K. This guy is going to get packed so much. I think if you set your max buy now to like 1.2K, you could find a bunch and make some quick coins doing that. He's one that's going to pop up often, so you could probably make, 10K every 10 minutes, a K a minute, if you snipe, 3 cards in a minute. Really easy one to do. I like Reece James a lot, and if you guys really want to go to the next step, you guys can actually switch him to a right back instead of right wing back, and you'll actually see that his right back card itself is 3K. So if you guys want to snipe any of his regular right back cards for 3K or under, you guys can make some really big profit doing that. Of course, make sure to check prices before you start each of these filters because again, prices will change. Obviously today we're getting heroes, ones to watch, some supply, and a ton of other stuff. So just, watch out for that. Next up, another defender. We're going to go Renan Lodi. He was actually in the first video that we made a week ago, and I still like him because he's just such a good filter, guys, because he's 81 rated, and he sits way higher than the rest of the 81 rateds would. Similar to Reece James, the card is sitting a little bit higher. Now, Renan Lodi is actually a little bit more expensive. He's about 3K on the market, which I think is a decent price for him. So what I would do is set your max buy now to like maybe 2.5K, and then you guys can just kind of snipe from there, and I'll do a little bit of sniping here just to show you guys as an example. But I like Renan Lodi because, again, the rest of the 81 rateds are so low. Not a lot of people realize that, Renan Lodi is actually, 3K. So what you guys can do is end up just doing this. And again, all we do when we're sniping on any console, you set that max buy now to a few hundred under whatever the current price is. And then you just max out the max price and just go down by 1 each time to refresh the search. And you guys can just simply keep doing it this way. And then once one does pop up, you have to try and buy it, like this one right here that we didn't get, unfortunately. But 1.4K, that's 1.5K profit right there on that card. So guys, you can basically just do that method for really any card that you see that's kind of inflated, whether it's a meta card, whether it's like an SBC solution. We're going to go to FUT so I can actually show you guys just each player that I really like and how you guys can kind of determine these filters on your own. So for what I like to do is, first off, I love to go to the popular players page, especially right now at the start of the game. There's a lot of players who are going to be buying, these cards that you see pop up. So for example, Malin would be a decent one. He's 80 rated, 2.5K. So if you could snipe for anything under 2K, he would be like a fairly decent one. Same with Gabriel Jesus, he's 8.4K. Snipe anything under 7.5. Martial's another good one. Any of these low rated cards that are inflated up in price, they'll end up doing very well. As far as like another one goes, St. Maximin, he's a decent one, but you'd have to snipe for a significant amount. I like to do 10K and under for cards like this, just because they're more commonly packed, which means they're more commonly listed. João Felix is a good one too. He sits at 2K on Xbox, 1.5 and under you guys can get. Although he might be a tough one to see pop up just because, he is 5-star skill moves, and I don't know, he's 83 rated. But Carrasco would be a decent one, 4.9K. Who else do we see? Inaki Williams, for a cheap one. Saul would be a really good one because he's 3K. So like 2.5K or under, you guys can snipe that one for. Lucas Moura is always a good one. So basically you're looking for these low rated cards that have inflated prices. And of course, you guys can always go over to the active challenges and go and see what the latest SBC is, especially because, we do have ones to watch promo outcoming. What you guys can do is go into there, find what players are being commonly used, and you guys can actually go and snipe some of them. So for example, the Liverpool Man City one, this would be a good one to kind of do this filter on. If we go here, we'll see what players are commonly used. from the SBCs. And more oftentimes than not, you'll find that it'll be, for example, like Zinchenko. He is going for like a K, so you can maybe try and snipe for like 750 and then look to resell. Yes, they are small profits. That is kind of how these sniping filters work. You need to get the low profit, but the low profit, the small profit, it always adds up in the end, because with the small profit, you're able to find more deals. So if you are sniping, for example, running loadies, yeah, you might be only making 1K a card, but 1K a card and you get 50 within an hour, that's 50K an hour, which is pretty good. And depending when you snipe, if you snipe during like prime content time, you'll often find that these players sell for, you can sell these players a lot will pop up, so you're able to make a lot more coins. Finally, I wanted to mention just a filter you can do in general. Any of those players that you can actually do, you can actually throw like a chemistry style trait on them too. Reece James, for example, he is a really good one for this because his shadow sells for way more too than his regular card. So we know his regular card sells for 1.5K or whatever. As you can see, nothing pops up in the 2.5, the 3.6. So he goes for about 4K with a shadow card on him. So what you guys can do is look to set, whatever, 3.5K. You can look to snipe with a filter like this because you guys can make potentially a lot of profit. And oftentimes what happens is players will sell at whatever the listed price is, even if they have a shadow. So if some kid has a shadow on his Reece James, he goes on FUTBin to see what Reece James' price is, and he'll just list it at 1.5K. This is a really good way to make a lot of coins fast. I love chem style trading. I have a whole video on it, but I just wanted to quickly mention this because it is a very good sniping filter to throw on some of these players. Because again, like I said, you can make a lot of coins really fast by doing this. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Real quick, we are going to open my Once to Watch pre-order pack right now for our Saul, is what I'm expecting. And we do get a walkout. It is a right wing. It's even worse than Saul. So yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and until next time, peace.